The SkiErg is a great piece of kit. If you're new to it and want to know how to do it, or if you're looking to maximize your technique to get faster at it as you're doing competitions like high rocks or something, then we have everything that you're going to need to know in this video. Another time I love to utilize SkiErg is for people struggling with lower leg injuries like ankle or knee pain and needing to get cardio in. Because the problem with most other pieces of cardio kit like the treadmill, the bike, the rower, the Stairmaster is you can't get away from using the ankle or the knee. The SkiErg is one of the most effective ones where you can really offload these, but you need to be able to do it effectively to be getting the best workout from it. So first off, we're going to go through the problems most people make, and then what pointers you can then implement to address these and improve your speed, or to just generally improve your technique. We'll also go through what accessory exercise you can do to work on to get stronger in the right areas to improve it even more. One of the big problems is the range people are moving through. Sometimes too much range, where they're trying to go high and then all the way through, which can actually slow you down, but also too short a range where people do like the train-like movement. You want it more halfway between the two, really trying to wind that fan up. The next point is how to use the arms. The biggest mistake is being in a weaker position or relying on weaker muscle groups. What I see a lot doing is relying on elbow extension. You don't want to be relying on the triceps here. There may be a slight follow through with the elbow at the end, but you aren't generating power through the tricep with elbow extension itself. So if you're getting really fatigued in the triceps, you need to adjust your technique, which we will discuss in a second. The other big mistake is using the lats in a weaker position, so the arms further out straight. This is like doing a straight arm pull down exercise. Again, you won't be much stronger here than you will be for the triceps. What you want to be doing is pulling in towards you with a bent arm, more like the start of a lat pull down. You'll be way stronger in this position than when trying to do a straight arm pull down or tricep extension. The next phase is almost imagining you're trying to throw something down on the floor as hard as possible. You'll be doing that with a bent arm, not straight, and you won't be relying on triceps to do that either. So that movement, like you're slamming the handle down to the floor, is what you want. The next point is around the hip position. You want to be working this like a hip hinge, more like a Romanian deadlift or RDL, where the knees are relatively still and you're moving your bum forwards and backwards, rather than a squat position where the hips are coming more up and down. That's a major disadvantage if doing something like high rocks, as you'll burn your quads out for the run. Also, if you're using this for cardio around a knee or ankle issue, you'll be more likely to potentially aggravate these compared to if you're doing the RDL position. The next point is getting a triple extension of the hip, the knee and the ankle as going up. So when doing the hip hinge, you're utilising your maximum body weight on the way down. Now, you need to put it together, and then there's a next step to make it even more effective when doing for all out speed, which we'll cover in a second. But you need to hip hinge while pulling down, but the pull down is going to be when you're already in a hip hinge position. Again, just like trying to throw something really hard onto the floor. If doing the hip hinge at the same time as the pulling with the right technique, this will definitely help with increasing your power per pull, but there is a way to increase the speed even further. Before we get into that, let's go through the exercise you can add alongside to get stronger and even better longer term. First is going to be a lat pull down, but with a slight lean backwards, with a similar grip distance as you'd have for the SkiErg, really working on the power and speed pulling towards you. The next is working on a Romanian deadlift, again working on the speed bringing the hip through. Another you can also work on is slam balls, so really working to slam the ball down as hard as you can. So to increase your speed to the max, if you're sprinting it, you'll ultimately want to catch at the top with max body weight coming down and the hips back. Then as the arms are following through, you're then hip hinging quickly back, so your hips are through as the handles are towards the bottom, ready to really quickly go and repeat again, rather than the hips and the hands coming down at the same time, as that will slow you ever so slightly, and with the amount of reps you're doing, that will soon add up. I really enjoy doing this as a Tabata variation, so 20 seconds on and then 10 seconds off 8 times, going as fast as you can on each one. You'll inevitably be slower as you go through and get more tired, but it's only 4 minutes, but it's great to work towards getting some max heart rate, high intensity work in, which you want to be hitting at some point at least every week, ideally even more. We have added Tabata to our HLA gym programs for this very reason. Give it a go. It will take some time to drill this to get used to the movement, but let us know how you get on with it and if it's helped increase your speed or just your technique in general.